Welcome. If you're listening to this, thank you. I've been honestly wanting to start something like this for a long time, and I wasn't sure where to begin. I kept thinking I needed the perfect microphone, the perfect camera, the perfect script, but then I realized something. I spent my whole life waiting until I felt ready. So this is me deciding to start anyway. I think I'm going to call this The World Inside My Head. It's not because I think my story is more important than anyone else's. It's because for most of my life, that's where I lived, inside my own head, thinking, questioning, escaping, trying to understand why people do the things they do, including myself. I don't have all the answers. Actually, I think you'll find I have more questions than answers. Maybe that's why you're here too. Today, I want to talk about something that changed my life: leaving teaching. Now, before anyone misunderstands me, this video is not about attacking education. I met amazing people while in that career. Some of those memories I'll carry forever. If I go back, I would meet them again. So this isn't saying teaching is bad. It's about asking questions that applies to far more than teaching. Why do we stay in places that make us unhappy? Thought about that question a lot. When people found out I left education, they usually ask the same thing. What happened? Why'd you go? It's a fair question. Most people expect there to be one big moment, one terrible day, one argument, one event that pushes someone over the edge. The truth is, there wasn't just one. It was hundreds, maybe thousands. Little frustrations, little disappointments, moments where I told myself, it's okay, next year will be better. Maybe this is just how it is. I can handle one more year, and then another year would pass. And I think a lot of us do that, not just with jobs, but with relationships and family and friendships. Dreams were given up on, even the way we talk to ourselves. We convince ourselves that if we can hold on just a little bit longer, things will magically change. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Looking back, I don't think I stayed because I loved the job. I think I stayed because leaving felt like failure. Because I had so much of my identity built around helping people. When people would ask me what I did, I was a teacher. It wasn't just a career, it became part of who I was. So I was walking away. Who was I? That's the scary question. Sometimes we don't stay because we're happy. We stay because we don't know who we'd be without the thing we were trying to leave. I don't think enough people talk about that. Eventually, I found myself asking a different question. Not, can I keep doing this, but what is the cost of me doing this? Those are two very different questions, because sometimes we become so focused on surviving that we stop asking whether we are actually living. So I started a new job somewhere amazing. And this place, it has so many kind people, so many events, so many amazing things that I remember feeling something I haven't felt in a long time. It's not perfect. No job is. No job will ever be perfect where there's no issues. But I remember something I haven't felt in a long time. I looked forward to going to work. I laughed more. I felt supported. I wasn't carrying the constant weight home every day. It reminded me that work doesn't always have to feel like survival. That realization made me think about something much bigger. Escapism. When most people hear that word, they think about video games, movies, social media, books, and yes, those are all forms of escapism. But I think escapism can be much quieter than that. Sometimes it looks like you're staying busy so you don't think. Sometimes it's telling yourself you'll deal with your unhappiness later. Sometimes it looks like you're convincing yourself being miserable is just what adulthood is supposed to be. I know that because I've done it for years. And that's why I decided to start writing again. And doing this video and other videos that I'm currently working on making. I think many of us learn it's much easier to just survive. We learn how to survive. But surviving is not the same thing as living. That's something I'm still learning. Maybe this podcast, maybe a book, maybe this whole journey is about me figuring that out. Not just for me, but anyone who's willing to listen. If any of this connected with you, I'd love to hear your story. Not because I think I can fix it, but because I think sometimes the most healing thing we can do is realizing we're not the only one asking these questions. Thank you for spending time with me. Take care of yourself. And until the next time, have a great day.